This is the second annual Surviving Winter reception. We launched the product last year and very successful it was too, and I'm so glad that so many of you come to the second one.
There are 7 million people or 7 million households that live in fuel poverty in the United Kingdom. And of those 7 million, around half include somebody who's aged over the age of 60. Last week, some numbers were announced, the so-called excess winter deaths numbers that were talked of as showing an improvement. But 24,000 avoidable deaths were, I think, as in the words of one national journalist, a national scandal. We know that the fuel price rise increases, the price hikes as they were called, that have come into operation this time of year are going to push many more thousands of people into fuel poverty. Our approach is that there's a really, really simple way to help. Anyone can donate to Surviving Winter. Anybody who's concerned about helping people, and the Community Foundations sit in the middle to provide the conduit that allows that help to flow to where it's most needed. And we're working really, really hard to raise more money, to raise awareness, to help more people. So although the local campaigns have slightly different flavours, the one thing that we have in common right across the Community Foundation network is that we deliver practical help on the ground. So Surviving Winter is about giving people extra money to help pay their fuel bills. It is about helping people repair their boilers or replace their boilers or buy a new fire or to get to a warm venue where they can have a warm meal. These simple yet crucial things that mean that people don't have to choose between food and fuel, and that's what this campaign is about.
We were really pleased with the results last year. We aimed to raise about £1 million, it ended up raising £2.5 million. And the fact that we could help 20,000 people across the country keep warm and well is something that we're really proud of. Britain has a worse record for the number of older people dying of cold than other European countries with much colder winters than ours. There are lots of people up and down the country who don't realise how much older people are struggling with their heating bills.
The way that we work seems to be working in the same way that Surviving Winter campaign is working. All these little alliances and little networks all help together to make the big network or campaign or alliance work.
The Surviving Winter campaign is important, particularly in Sussex, because we have quite a high ratio of older people and, surprisingly perhaps for some people, quite vulnerable households.
Obviously a lot of these people have dementia as well, so if they've got dementia and they can't afford to pay for their fuel, then they're in a really, really difficult situation.
We want people to have an active life, not just to be huddling under the bedclothes all the time, and that's what we hear from an awful lot of older people. They get up later in the morning and go to bed earlier, they're wearing their outdoor clothes in the house. This is not a civilised society, and this is not what we would wish for our older population.
Get your hiking boots on, start walking, don't turn into a miserable old codger, be a better coffin dodger. If you start trekking, you'll live long and prosper. Increase longevity. Remember the prayer that brings serenity. Accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can. Push back the bile for a while, smile and dance.
We're covering all of the costs of the campaign so that every penny donated in London goes straight to the people who need it most, which is really exciting. We're really proud to be involved.
It's not just about actually giving people money so that they might be able to reduce their bills. It's also about improving the efficiency of people's homes. So if you're actually giving a donation to somebody and then you can actually work with them in terms of their insulation, their loft, making their home warmer.
What this campaign and what the Community Foundations are really good at is connecting people in need with people with money who want to help.
I think Surviving Winter is really important because it actually raises awareness.
I'm hoping that we'll do even better than we did last year.
We want to reach and help more people this year than last. And if you can help us do that, you will be helping somebody survive winter.